Okay, here we are in front of the Rayburn, well, across the street from the Rayburn Building. And it is, what time is it? Anyone got to watch?
3:07 a few minutes ago, yeah.
38 degrees.
38 degrees and 3 o'clock in the morning. Is this dedication or what?
Yes.
Dedication.
I would say so. Or insanity, one of the two.
Yeah.
Or both, yeah.
Inside the Congressional Hearing on Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena, UAPs, November 13, 2024. By Martin Willis. At the last minute, I decided to make another trek to Washington, D.C., for my second historic UAP Congressional Hearing. I flew up from Savannah, met with Randall Nickerson, and stayed with a nice friend of Chris Lehto's, just a few miles from the Capitol. Staying there allowed me to do my regular Tuesday night show, though sleep was elusive on a sofa. I told Randall to call me if the crowd started gathering early, and sure enough, at 2:45 a.m., I was up and took an Uber to the Rayburn Building, arriving to find 16 people already in line ahead of me. The frigid 38-degree wind tunnel sidewalk was brutal, and I regretted not bringing warmer clothes, as others huddled in blankets and down jackets. As the crowd grew, it was uplifting to see familiar faces from last year, and I struck up conversations with new friends, like Sydney from Yale, who'd founded a UFO society and shared an amazing encounter story. Talking with fellow enthusiasts made the long, cold wait bearable. A fan of my show, a physician and his wife, stood nearby, chatting all morning, and another gentleman named Jason saved my stream by lending me the right charger during the hearing. By 7 a.m., we were finally let inside. After navigating the labyrinth of the Rayburn Building, we grouped up to avoid people cutting in line, a repeat of last year's chaos. I made a point of keeping the order fair, though a couple of people pushed back. They later apologized, which I appreciated. It was good to see familiar names like Robert Salas, Stephen Bassett, and Darcy Weir, and I even ran into Representative Tim Burchett, who remembered being on my show. Later, Lue Elizondo stopped by to greet us, as did James Fox, Danny Sheehan, and Ryan Graves, who will join my show in January. Once we were finally seated, the energy in the room was electric. My early morning paid off as I was just 3 rows back, dead center. I live-streamed the government's feed, commenting along the way. Though many viewers hoped for groundbreaking revelations, most agreed that the focus is now on pushing for transparency and raising public awareness. Overall, it was an incredible experience, both for the hearing itself and the connections I made. Talking to fellow enthusiasts in line and meeting dozens of fans was truly the highlight of the year, another memorable chapter in this mysterious UFO journey. My next show, Tuesday, November 19th, will be with cinematographer Charlie Parrish, who was also attending in the front row. Here is a briefing that I had generated.
Sources. Hearing wrap-up, transparency and accountability needed to provide accurate information on UAPs to the American people. United States House Committee on Oversight and Accountability. UFOs and UAPs should be studied by the U.S., experts tell Congressional Hearing, NPR. Summary. A joint hearing was held by the House Oversight Committee subcommittees on cybersecurity, information technology, and government innovation and national security, the border, and foreign affairs on November 13, 2024, focusing on unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAPs. The hearing featured testimonies from 4 experts, retired Rear Admiral Tim Gallaudet, author and former DoD official Lue Elizondo, former NASA Associate Administrator Michael Gold, and journalist Michael Schellenberger. Key themes. 1. Lack of transparency and accountability. The DoD's lack of transparency regarding UAPs, including undisclosed spending on UAP-related programs and limited information sharing with Congress, was a major point of concern. Dr. Tim Gallaudet highlighted the potential constitutional crisis. The failure of the executive branch to share UAP information with Congress is an infringement on the legislative branch that undermines separation powers and may be creating a constitutional crisis. Michael Schellenberger emphasized the executive branch's responsibility. There is, however, a growing body of evidence that the government is not being transparent about what it knows about unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAP, formerly called UFOs, and that elements within the military and IC are in violation of their constitutional duty to notify Congress of their operations. Asterisk. 1. National security implications. Concerns were raised about the national security implications of UAP encounters, particularly those occurring near sensitive military installations. Representative Glenn Grothman questioned the prevalence of UAP incursions over military facilities. Lue Elizondo acknowledged a long historical record of such events and suggested a potential connection to sensitive U.S. military installations, also some of our nuclear equities, some of our Department of Energy sites. Elizondo expressed concern over UAP's ability to enter into U.S. airspace with no attribution. 1. Need for scientific study and open dialogue. Experts advocated for dedicated research efforts and open discussion on UAPs, overcoming the stigma associated with the topic. Michael Gold stressed the need to overcome the pernicious stigma that continues to impede scientific dialogue and open discussions, and emphasized the potential for new discoveries. I think probably the vast majority of UAP are drones, experimental aircraft, weather conditions. But there is a percentage that isn't. Elizondo described UAPs as an enigma, sir, and a frustration, and highlighted the potential threat posed by advanced technologies exceeding current human capabilities. 1. Allegations of secret UAP programs. Lue Elizondo asserted the existence of secret government programs focused on retrieving and reverse engineering crashed UAPs, suggesting the possibility of both private companies and non-human intelligence being involved. He confirmed the existence of such programs in response to questioning by Representative Nancy Mace. However, he declined to elaborate further in an open session, citing confidentiality restrictions. 1. Whistleblower Report and Immaculate Constellation. Michael Schellenberger presented a whistleblower report detailing a highly secretive program named Immaculate Constellation, allegedly focused on collecting UAP data. The report included an account of an F-22 encounter with multiple UAPs exhibiting advanced capabilities. Representative Mace acknowledged concerns about potential repercussions for mentioning the program's name publicly. Important facts and findings. The hearing underscored the increasing congressional interest and concern surrounding UAPs. Witnesses emphasized the need for greater transparency from the DoD and intelligence community. Allegations of secret programs and recovered UAP materials remain highly controversial, but underscore the need for further investigation. The potential national security implications of UAPs, particularly their presence near sensitive military installations, require serious attention. Recommendations. Congress should pursue legislation mandating greater transparency from the executive branch on UAP-related information. Dedicated funding should be allocated to scientific research on UAPs, utilizing advanced data collection and analysis methods. Open dialogue and collaboration between government agencies, scientists, and the public are crucial to address the UAP phenomenon effectively. Further investigation into whistleblower claims and alleged secret programs is warranted. Overall, the hearing highlighted the growing urgency to address the UAP phenomenon responsibly and